everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Dr. Jing Ruder, Doctor of Physical Therapy, your foreign educated physical therapist guide to US application. So guys, I just want to make a quick video for those of you who are confused about the process. It's a very complicated process applying here to the US if you are a foreign educated physical therapist. Okay, so this quick video is about the healthcare worker certificate. Okay, so first, the healthcare worker certificate is it's a requirement. Okay, it's a law for an employer to require you with healthcare worker certificate in order for them to file you with a working or immigrant visa. Okay, so meaning, if you are not a U.S. citizen, you are not a U.S. immigrant, even if you have a tourist visa and staying here in the U.S., you need a healthcare worker certificate. Without the healthcare worker certificate, the employer cannot legally petition you with a working or immigrant visa because that is the law per the United States Immigration and Citizenship Services, or USCIS. Okay, so some people messaging me, I'm already here in the US, but I am under a tourist visa, or they have student visa, but they're here in the US. Can an employer petition them without the healthcare worker certificate? So the answer is no. Okay, so you still need to get the healthcare worker certificate. Now, you have to remember there are only two agencies or companies that is recognized by the USCIS to issue the healthcare worker certificate. Okay, you can find this information on FCCPT.org. Okay, so the two companies that can release the healthcare worker certificate is number one, FCCPT. Okay, so the type of service that you're going to choose if you need the healthcare worker certificate is FCCPT Type 1 review for immigration. Okay, so the FCCPT is one company, and then the other one is the CGFNS. Okay, CGFNS. So the CGFNS, they call it Visa Screen Certificate. Okay, so if FCCPT, they call it Type 1 Review for Immigration. CGFNS, they call it Visa Screen Certificate. But they are the same, okay? They are the same. They release Healthcare Worker Certificate. But there is a great difference that you have to understand, okay? So, number one, FCCPT Type 1 Review for Immigration does two things, okay? So, you always hear me, it depends on what state you are applying, okay? So, the Type 1 Review for Immigration actually does credentialing. So, the credentialing process, you need that in order for you to apply for a license in a specific state, okay? Whatever state you choose. So, the credentialing process is for licensure purposes, okay? For you to take the NPTE, okay? So the FCCPT does credentialing and the healthcare worker certificate. So 2-in-1 for Type 1 review for immigration. So 2-in-1. Okay. So the Type 1 review for immigration, unfortunately, will not work if you're applying to New York, because New York has FCCPT New York. Okay, or New York Credentialing Evaluation. Okay, so New York has its specific credentialing. But if you still need the healthcare worker certificate because you're not a U.S. citizen, you're not a U.S. immigrant, and you need an employer to file you with a working or immigrant visa, you can have the FCCPT New York and Type 1 review for immigration. Or you can have FCCPT New York and CGFNS visa screen certificate. Okay, so again, it depends on what state. So for New York, it will not work if you only get FCCPT Type 1 review for immigration. Okay, I hope that is clear. So, but if you're going to apply, for example, Illinois, Illinois accepts FCCPT. Okay, so you can get just the type 1 review for immigration for both the process to process your NPTE for credentialing purposes and your healthcare worker certificate for visa application, okay, a visa petition. So that's type 1 review for immigration for FCCPT, okay? So for CGFNS, again, we call it Visa Screen Certificate, okay? So the Visa Screen Certificate is just, you have to remember this, okay? This is just for healthcare worker certificate, okay? The Visa Screen Certificate is just for the purpose of you being petitioned by the employer with a working or immigrant visa, okay? So that's why it's called Visa Screen Certificate. Okay, so you cannot use the Visa Screen Certificate for credentialing purposes to take the NPTE. Okay, so that is just for healthcare worker certificate. It's not a 2-in-1 service like the FCCPT. Okay, so I know it is very confusing, okay, to apply to the US as a physical therapist. If you have any struggles, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know what you're struggling to understand, you know, especially about credentialing, Visa Screen Certificate. And maybe I can make another video to answer your question and clarify about this information. But these are very critical for you to understand the difference of type 1 review and the Visa Screen Certificate, okay? So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe because it will help us reach many more foreign educated physical therapists around the world to unburden them with the very complicated, overwhelming process to US application. Share this video to anyone you know who is struggling to come here to the US and practice as a physical therapist. Also, please hit that like button so that YouTube knows that this video has a worthy information, worthy of sharing to other people, okay? If you have any other video suggestion, clarification, questions, please put your comment down below and I will answer them as soon as I possibly can, okay? So thank you so much guys for watching. Until the next video, stay blessed.